All right, guys, so it's now part 4 of the twin turbo build. Eric, what do we got going on today?
Drain lines.
Drain lines.
3 mile long drain lines.
So just to recap from the last video, all of the intercooler piping has been run and clamped together. Everything's good there. We essentially fitted all the piping that's needed in the kit. We're just kind of running hoses right now. So we got this heat tubing here directly from NASA, and that's to prevent when I'm orbiting the Earth in this car.
Leaving the atmosphere. What the hell are you doing?
I don't know. Well, so a quick thing to mention here that I did not mention is this one's not going to be loud. This one's not going to be obnoxious, quote unquote. This actually bolts directly to the stock exhaust system, as you can see there. Stock exhaust all the way back.
All the way up to the factory cat.
Yep, all the way up to the factory cats. So this kit literally is for, I mean, it literally bolts to a true 100% stock SS. The ZL1 exhaust is very similar to the SS, if not at the same. So it bolts up really nicely to that. Now, Eric did go ahead and gut out the cats. Off-road use only, obviously, but it's gonna be a little less restrictive. And even though maybe we might want to do a little bit of a restriction point here with this, it's not really gonna be as bad. Like I said, guys, it's gonna look just like from the factory exhaust Outback muffler, ridiculously huge muffler. But yeah, it's gonna look the same. So I wanted to do that anyways, just to make it more kind of stealth-like and more or less like a sleeper. But it's kind of nice that it does bolt to that, just so you guys know. Then you guys are interested in this kit and you have like a completely stock car, you're worried about it bolting to different things, and well, it does. It bolts right to the stock exhaust. Well, Eric did the oil lines to the turbos, and then we're gonna hook them up here to the top. Then I'm gonna do the blow-off valve on this side, because that's the only side that needs done right now. We just got a few more lines to run, and then we should be able to start her up for the first time. Already got the blow-off valve on, the last one. And Eric is doing the oil lines right now. So we got the oil lines are ran. Coolant reservoir is next. And one of the last remaining pieces of the puzzle. What's that?
It's simple. Look at that.
Oh yeah, so yeah, they supply a bracket for you to remount it, which is nice. See, Eric and I like stuff nice and clean and neat, so we originally had the oil lines like loose and kind of out, but ended up routing it under everything just so you don't really see that. When you look in the engine, you don't really see all these crazy lines running everywhere. We also heat wrapped the battery cable here, then tied them all together here, because that needs to all be heat wrapped because the exhaust is right there. So that's why they supply you with a huge roll of heat wrapping tape, and also that little NASA sheath that we were talking about earlier. We got a little bit of it left still.
Who wants it? Give away.
Yeah, giveaway. Alrighty, so we made the coolant reservoir fit. I know it looks like just a big white sore thumb because it's white and clear and ugly. But we may end up painting this after the fact. We just don't have time to do it right now. We're gonna fill it up, you know, once everything's ready, and I'll take it out later, paint it black, and it'll be a little more camouflage in the engine bay. It won't stick out so much. Then we got the intake tube obviously in there, so that fits pretty decent. And there's some more vacuum lines that Eric needs to run. IoT sensor, that goes in the back there.
A lot of plastic pieces.
Plastic pieces, yeah. Lots of random stuff. The little stuff that you don't really notice, it's like, oh, it's done, it's all done, but it's not. Now Eric's just finding a place for the catch can. Looks like we found a place. Just trying to figure out how to mount it up with the brackets. That's a Mighty Mouse catch can, by the way, if anybody was wondering. Why do you use Mighty Mouse, Eric?
Essentially does 2 jobs in one. It's in a vacuum, it's a catch can, but on a boosted engine where there's extra crankcase pressure, it has a one-way valve on this filter, and I can relieve that. It's also a nice Dash 10 line.
Yeah, they're made really nice too. And they're like an anodized finish with a...
Yeah, he just changed this design. It gets nicer every time.
Yeah, made in USA. That's right. Alrighty, so while Eric pulls his hair out trying to do all the vacuum lines, as you can see, he used to have long hair before this video started.
You know, I used to actually have long hair.
Did you really?
I see some pictures.
No way.
It's terrible.
Oh, the high school long hair. Yeah. So, catch can is all mounted up. Looks nice. Magically fit in there, huh? Kind of.
I made it fit.
Made it fit.
Very little room for activities here.
Yes, very little room. This is definitely a tight fit, but we are definitely making it work. Andrew.
Yes, Nick.
What did you get me?
You're gonna need this to beat me. Here you go.
Oh, thanks. What did you get there? Breakfast bacon?
I got Go Fat juice.
Jesus.
Not Go Fast. Go Fat.
Meanwhile, in vacuum tea land over here.
There's so many vacuum markers.
Literally, let's see what we're working with here.
We'll get a vacuum manifold after Camaro Fest.
Yeah. We're just making it get to the Camaro Fest right now.
I think there's 5 vacuum
We've got one down there, one here, one here. Where else?
Let's go back to another T over there.
Oh, there's 4. So Eric is doing some soldering now with the IAT sensor right in the back. This is going to be the last, well, one of the last remaining pieces of the puzzle before startup. You know what, man? You should have just used suitcases.
You got any?
Hood closing fitment test. Ooh, ooh. It hit something, didn't it? What did it hit?
The hood. That's no good. I think it's hitting this. I might just try and zip that off, the plastic.
Yeah, we had a feeling this may have happened. It was going to happen, so.
ZL1.
Yep.
ZL1.
ZL1 hoods are different. Now this is just, this is like a water runoff, like trough. I think it just deflects water. Yeah, see, because there's the heat extractors right there. That's just for water. Because what happens is it puts the water in this little trough here, I believe. It's the same way with the 5th gen ZL1s. They had the same thing on their hoods. Well, let's see here.
A lot more effort to do.
Where was it? Oh wait, it's hitting the fuse box, dude. It's sitting on the fuse box. Literally, dude, it's pushing the fuse box down.
Yeah, that's no good. I mean, that's not going any lower.
What is that from? This?
Yeah, the ZL1 has less clearance. The thing is, you can't take that out because this, your upper part, this carbon fiber, is bolted to that.
Is it on that?
Well, it is right here. I don't know if it is all the way around.
Or modify it in some way and just like...
Oh, if we cut like that out.
Yeah, so if you take this out...
I mean, shouldn't that come with it or does it not?
No.
No, it's tied to the top portion.
Yeah. So that fuse box raised up.
I mean, it's moved over, so...
It's moved over into this part.
Yeah.
Not over here. It was over here originally, so it's sat right here. And you can't push it down anymore, huh? It is where it is.
The power steering belt is right underneath of it. And the ECU is also underneath of it now. What is holding that in there?
I have no idea, dude. I've never tried to take one out.
It's kind of part of it.
Yeah, I don't know if I like that, though. You know what? They said you can take that off when you're road coursing the car.
Did they?
Yeah. Okay. See if it closes now. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna. Let me get the cover on now that we have clearance.
Okay. That provides way more clearance for the intake manifold too.
Yeah, it's gonna clear. Just barely.
Wow.
ZL1 life, guys. Alrighty, guys. So crisis averted with the hood. As you saw there, we managed to take off the. I don't even know what that is. Kind of like the hood brace. Yeah, the hood insert brace. So, and when we put the 4 bolts in the bottom back in, so it does move a tiny bit. I mean, it wiggles and it's not braced up here, but for now it'll do. We're going to make a support bracket to go into these holes then, so this won't move at all then, and that should be fine. And we'll just leave it like that. You know, that's what you got to do for a ZL1 hood. That's the only issue there, I guess. The main issue for fitment with this kit. This hood is way different from an SS hood. But now Eric's gonna put some oil in it. Texas Speed provided this oil just for break-in, which is nice.
Break-in motor oil, 1040.
Dueling cameras. Finishing up the oil, filling up the filter there, and I'm gonna do a few more clamps, make sure they're all tightened down, check over everything, and we're gonna do the first start. We're working on the bass tune. Are you as excited as I am for the startup?
Yeah.
You said that so not excited or confident.
Yeah.
Andrew, you literally have the only 6th Gen ZL1 10-speed twin turbo car in the world in your shop right now. And this is the face we're getting from you? This is the reaction we're getting on YouTube?
Yep. Hey, I'm just trying to concentrate.
That's true, I shouldn't be distracting you right now. So while Andrew's doing the base tune, Eric is doing the coolant, filling that up. And once this is finished, we checked over everything essentially. Are you excited?
Yeah, man.
I asked Andrew if he was excited, and his face was just like stone cold.
I can't even do it.
Not excited at all. Yeah. If anyone should be stone cold, it should be yours after the week you've had.
Rough. I'll be here tomorrow.
Yep. We'll both be here tomorrow. It'll go on the dyno tomorrow, get tuned up, and then off to Camaro Fest. Moment of truth, Andrew.
Not yet. Gotta test a couple things first.
Well, with the power of YouTube editing, it will be a moment of truth here in a few seconds.
Okay.
Alrighty, now before we start the car for the first time, I want to let you guys know that it is going to smoke a little bit because there's some residue, some just fluids and stuff that it's dried or is on the manifolds, the turbos, and that's the stuff that's going to burn off obviously the first time we start the car. So if it starts smoking, don't worry, it's not going to blow up. Alrighty, here we go. Here comes the first startup.
No problem. It gets flooded. We'll just wait a few seconds.
We're just doing a flood clear to get the oil pump primed. Well, now we're going to see what kind of shenanigans. Now, it might actually take a little bit to start up because the fuel system's dry. So we'll see.
It's alive! It's alive!
It's alive! There's the smoke! It's so quiet. I can actually hear myself think. Dude, it doesn't like lope or anything.
No,
It's
no.
very mild.
Well, that's what we wanted. We wanted it to have minimal overlap in order to spool these turbos quickly and also not bleed off any boost.
Right. Well, there it is, guys. Twin turbo build. Twin turbo ZL1. And I've already thought of a name. Now.
The red tampon!
No. Just
The bloody tampon!
people were asking me to name the car. And I thought, okay, well, I don't want to be corny or anything like that, but since it's got the Hellion twin turbo kit on it, I thought of kind of bringing that into the, into the name somehow. So we decided to name it the ZL1. The ZL1. Don't be shaking your head behind camera because you know you liked it. He's like, wow, that is awesome.
It's a cool name, but it's a mouthful.
Like, no, it's not. You just say
ZL1.
ZL1.
You're gonna sound like you're some of the fucking Nazis. ZL1! ZL1!
What do you think of the name, Eric?
I like the name. It's simple.
Yeah. Apparently Andrew can't say it, so. What do you guys think? ZL1? I don't know. That's the first thing, honestly, that came to my mind. I thought it was pretty cool. Hennessy has the Exorcist, but I got the ZL1.
I'm gonna need your footage because mine didn't record anything.
Oh.
Fucking retard. I must not have pressed the button. Like from in there, like I must have been looking at it like, yeah.
Well, go watch Andrew's video to see the same exact footage.
Yeah, thanks.
So we're just letting it go through a heat cycle right now. Make sure everything's correct, nothing's leaking, turbos are good, they're not leaking.
A little tinginess, you'll get that because all your exhaust is up here.
Yeah, right.
I want to hear some turbo.
That's what I want to hear, yeah. Well, Andrew's going to give it a few revs here to see how it sounds. Open up the exhaust in the back. Yeah, buddy. Alrighty, so we're going to end this video right now. I'm extremely excited that this car has now come to life. It's been a lot of months in the making, a lot of planning and everything that's going into this, and Complete Street Performance, Eric, he made it happen in the very, very short amount of time that we had. Andrew's obviously in the car right now. He's just looking through the tune, looking through everything, making sure everything's running correctly. The next video is going to be on the dyno. We're going to see what kind of numbers it's going to put out. We're only running the stock fuel system right now, so it's not going to be anything too crazy, but we just wanted to get it running, we wanted to get it together, and we wanted to get it to Camaro Fest. So big shout out to Texas Speed and Performance, Hellion Turbo for the turbo kit, and obviously Completion Performance again for doing this build. It's amazing. Wait a second.
2 hours later.
That's a ball bearing turbo, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yes. So anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're checking out the channel for the first time, and have a great day.